I am just about done with the Cabover. And for the record, I know it's wrong. One should be over here and the air horn should be over there, but what's done is done. So, moving on. I did get the mirrors on and added a few, like the steps and a few other little parts. Then I went back in and painted the wipers and put a wash on the grill. Once that dries today, I'll go back in and with a wet towel and wipe it off. I got to finish painting the license plate, and I'm going to add decals later whenever we get the Herman Miller decals. So I'll see what type of license plate we want to do, because there is options on the sheet. Added the clear parts for the headlights, and once the micro crystal clear dries, they'll be clear and not white looking. Did put a wash on all the I want to say the rims. This makes it don't look like a hot rod, and it looks like a little bit worn, and that's pretty much all the weathering I'm going to do to it. And plus the body is mica red, which is basically a gloss, and I'm going to shoot a little bit of future on, and that should help with the decals for if there's any that go here. And there's some like the DOT numbers that go on the cab, and I haven't seen any pictures of the actual numbers, so we'll jump that bridge when we get to the decal phase. But all in all, not too shabby. I haven't added the air hoses yet, which I will. I want to probably shoot a little future on, rip the mask off the windows, and then put the little air hoses on, and we'll be good to go. So today I started on the trailer, and it's a monstrosity of a kit. It fits real good. The only thing that I ran across was both of the side panels. There's actually the little thing that sticks out that's supposed to fit into the bottom here. Two of them are missing on both sides, so about the only really complaint. Everything really does fit, and when you do long models, if you will, what I do is I basically snap it in, and then I take super glue and just do like a section and use accelerator and make it set, and then I just follow along, just do a section at a time until I get to the very end. That's what I did on the trailer, and then I'll be putting the top on probably later today. And if I knew there was actually a market for it, I'd actually do a vacuum formed trailer bed for this. Just like 6 wood slats, maybe even a metal side all the way down. But I figure a lot of truck modelers don't have cargo in it, or you know, the doors open or anything. But always an option up in the air. I may or may not do that later on, but really a great fit. So as I let that dry, I decided to work on the trailer legs. They are in the down position. Got the pin in for the fifth wheel there. Got the rails on, which once I got them on, I had to actually put weights on them to get them to really fit. Got the air tank on, got the bumper on, and basically I'm just sub-assembling as I go on. Next, after I get most of the bottom done, I'm going to go ahead and flip it over and put the top on. I did get the wheels on. There's actually a ring that goes on the back. I don't like it. I think they need to be redesigned. They're more trouble than they're worth. And I'll do the same thing like I did with the cab. I'll just put a wash in, get rid of the factory show look. But that's the wheels are sub-assembled and they're drying as we speak. Started doing the suspension. You need to read the instructions on that. And when I say read the instructions, I mean just do one at a time and label it so you'll know which one goes what, because these actually, the air brake cushionings, they actually go at an angle, and if you don't know that when you're going in, you'd be like disappointed gluing it and it's backwards. But I did get that mostly done. I'm gonna wait for that to dry so I can go ahead and finish putting the air brakes and few other little odds and ends, but that's what I got on the trailer. So hopefully I'll get most of it assembled, and then Monday, Tuesday, more likely Tuesday, Wednesday, I should shoot some primer on it, and that'll probably be a week-long thing, because I'll probably just do a section and be done. The D3, I finished rigging the other side, if you can actually see it. I went ahead and put a wash on the propeller, and most people like paint the wood grain. I prefer the several washes. I think it makes it look more realistic than painstakingly hand painting the wood grain, but to each is his own. That's just what I'm doing. It did take me 2 weeks to get the other iron cross on the wing, but I did, and I don't know if you can see, but I did manage to get some little decals on, and I'm gonna do some random ones, just a little bit more, and I'm pretty much done with it. I started doing a wash on the engines and did a little dry brushing. That's really fantastic. I'm waiting for my ODG base to get here, which should be shipped to me sometime next week, and so that gives me time to work on my figure, which I want to take a World War II Master Box female German woman figure, and basically I want to chop him off at the waist and use his pants, because pretty close World War I and World War II clothing, pretty similar. Just you know, I just have to take a little epoxy sculpt and sand off a few little details, but that is my game plan on that. And since I'm in Master Box mode, I did have to purchase that kit. That's $15 for 2 figures, because you don't even see these. Fantastic. And I actually missed out on this on the first round when it came out, and people finally got them back in stock, and I went ahead and bought the bullet and bought me a set, but that'll just be a collector item. But that's my figures for my actually one figure, because I'm going to do a one female pilot to go with the ODG base for the D.IIIa. So that's what I got planned today. I'm trying to finish up the D.IIIa, working on the Herman Miller trailer, and trying to finish up the Cabover, which is not Optimus Prime. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.